Magnolia Hotshots talk about the upcoming PBA Commissioner's Cup quarterfinals after getting the last ticket through a knockout match last night.
Welcome back sa'yo. Welcome back.
Dami nangyari.
Oh, dami nangyari. But you're back. She's back. I'm Andre Felix.
And I'm Cheska Datuncalaw.
And here's tonight's play-by-play.
Ramiro, the show by Mamoy League. Puts it on. Unbelievable. On the left side. Oh, the pass! Stuck in another one. Bakuna's rejecting Espejo for the hurt.
Oh, check. Everybody is still talking about it. And you know it's a big thing when even the news people talk about it on their show. The big story, Regina, Gretchen, Sean were talking about it. So it was really the biggest trade, arguably, in the history of the NBA. It was just unbelievable weekend. The deal that sent Luka Doncic to the Los Angeles Lakers and Anthony Davis to the Dallas Mavericks. A lot of people thought that Shams Charania was being hacked. No, Luka, take a look at this, is already in LA. Because of that private jet, the Lakers shared images of their prized new guard and arguably the future face of the Lakers arriving in the city for the first time as a Laker, even making that LA sign. Of course, also with general manager Rob Pelinka himself welcoming Luka to La La Land. Doncic was acquired by the Lakers along with Maxi Kleber and returning Laker Markieff Morris. Now, in exchange, the Lakers gave away AD, Max Christie, and just won a 2029 first-round pick. A third team, the Utah Jazz, got Jalen Hood-Schifino and 2 second-round picks. Doncic took to social media to thank the Mavs. He also said he thought he'd spend his entire career in Dallas and noted how badly he wanted to bring a title to the city. And as he opens a new chapter in his career, Lucas says he's leaving a city that will always feel like home away from home. Prior to the deal, Dallas is the only team Luka has played for since joining the NBA in 2018. For their part, the Lakers are, quote, overwhelmingly thankful for AD's 6 seasons with the team. His run, of course, included a title in his first year in purple and gold back in the 2020 bubble. The Mavs have also welcomed AD to Texas, although Davis himself has not addressed the trade.
The rest of the NBA were just as shocked as we were after arguably the most stunning trade in league history. LeBron James showed his love for AD, daring him to, quote, go crazy in Dallas. Reports say LBJ found out about the deal while he was having dinner with his family after the Lakers win over the New York Knicks yesterday. The confusion and disbelief were so great that Shams Charania, the reporter who broke the news, reassured social media that it is indeed true. Dallas lifer Dirk Nowitzki couldn't even put his reaction into words and just posted this surprised emoji. Miami Heat legend and former LeBron teammate Dwayne Wade posted a gif of him saying, "I love it." Philadelphia 76ers center Joel Embiid tweeted a PG-13 version of his reaction, pun intended. CJ McCollum of the New Orleans Pelicans summed it up perfectly. Gotta pack them bags just in case nowadays. If the Dawn got traded, only Lord knows. We feel you, CJ.
Where were you when the news broke out?
I was in bed and I got my phone and I was like, what is happening?
Ako din, you know what? I had to double check. So I saw it in the group. I had to double check. And like the others, I think it was Tyrese Halliburton who said Shams being hacked.
Yeah,
Shams being hacked. Yep. And then I was also like Devin Booker. But I knew it was already Doncic because pinakita na yung picture. But I don't know if you saw Devin Booker's reaction. He said, what? Luka Garza? Because he thought it was that unbelievable when they asked him, Devin Booker, what's your reaction of Luka being traded to the Lakers? He said, Luka Garza? Of the Timberwolves? No. So it did happen. So for the Lakers, getting Luka Doncic, Of course, both players now having injuries. Luka with a calf strain and AD with that abdominal injury that he sustained a few days back. So we'll see when they match up. Let's see if both players will already suit up for their new teams. Yet another stunning trade today in the NBA. It keeps on going. Keeps on going. De'Aaron Fox is now heading to the San Antonio Spurs, while Zach LaVine is moving to the Sacramento Kings. NBA insider Sham Charania again reported the blockbuster 3-team deal, as you can see on your screens, that also involves the Chicago Bulls. Now, the Spurs will also get Jordan McLaughlin, while the Kings will acquire Sidi Crisoko, 3 first-round picks and 3 second-round picks for the next 6 years. Talking about a haul in picks here for the Kings. The Bulls will bring in Zach Collins, Trey Jones, Kevin Huerter, and a first-round pick in this year's draft. Fox will be a big addition for the Spurs now, who have an all-NBA caliber player to pair with all-star center Victor Wembanyama. And also, he will get to learn from CP3. LaVine, meanwhile, reunites with former Chicago teammate DeMar DeRozan, who will join forces with another all-NBA candidate in Domantas Sabonis.
It's only Monday, folks. Trade deadline is on Friday. Luka is with the Lakers. Fox is with the Spurs. But how about Jimmy Butler? Well, as of today, he's still with the Miami Heat. Trade discussions with the Golden State Warriors have been mixed, according to reports. That's because Butler has made it known that he will not sign an extension with the Dubs if they ever get him. Reports have it that the 6-time All-Star's top trade destination is Phoenix. The Suns are said to have mutual feelings about it since they are reportedly talking to other teams to make the trade possible. Teams have until Friday, February 7th, Philippine time to pull off trades. Jimmy hasn't been playing for the Heat recently because of an indefinite suspension.
Okay, so we talked about it earlier. The Luka, AD, and then
the biggest shocker here is Luka.
Yun. No, you know what? And I was, sabi ko nga it's alam mong big if the news people are talking about it, diba? Syempre malaki din in the NBA world. The Fox with Wemby, San Antonio, it's also big. But Luka, kasi it's the first time in NBA history, Charles Barkley said this, that 2 all-NBA players were traded for one another to all-NBA. And what does that mean? Dalawang, kumbaga sa atin kasi sa PBA, yun yung mythical 5, diba? So sa kanila may first, may second, may third team. So dalawang 2 all-NBA players being traded for one another, first time in NBA history, kaya ganong kalaki.
And there's obviously a lot of talk about his conditioning.
Yes.
But the guy's 25. I mean, when we were 25 years old and we wanted to lose weight.
You know what's a good thing? At least matututo siya kay LeBron, how he takes care of his body, nutritioning.
If there is
perfect
one guy in the league
that
can teach the younger generation how to take care of their bodies and last for decades in the NBA, it's LeBron James.
Yes, so he's in a good place. And as for the Dallas Mavericks, their window is now with AD, Kyrie. Let's see how things will pan out. Remember, AD played for Jason Kidd, won a title back in the bubble, and let's see how things will pan out there in Dallas. Whew, a lot of things going on.
Friday so many things happening, Friday but we still have more NBA action for you.
Madami pa.
This time, we're going to talk about the actual games.
Let's go.
Find out today's winners when Play-by-Play returns.
Welcome back to Play-by-Play only here on One News. The Dallas Mavericks begin their post-Luka Doncic era with a rude awakening as they get blown out by the Cleveland Cavaliers. With Luka gone and 4 key players out due to injuries, the Mavs absorbed a 144-101 beating at the hands of the merciless Cavs. In the process, Cleveland set several franchise records, including most three-point makes in a game with 26. They also outscored Dallas 50-19 in the opening 12 minutes for most points in a single quarter. Their 45-point halftime lead was the largest in team history as well. The Cavs were already up 91-46 at the break. This is also tied for the league record for third highest point total in the first half. Sam Merrill came off the bench to lead all scorers with 27 points on 9 threes. Newly minted All-Star Evan Mobley finished with a double-double, 22 markers and 11 rebounds. Cleveland is still on top of the NBA standings now with 40 wins and just 9 losses. Dallas, meanwhile, drops to 9th in the West with 26 victories and 24 defeats. After the game, Merrill and Mobley spoke about their stellar performance amid the trades that shook the league.
I feel like everyone was just locked in, even with all the trades and everything that went on today. We just came in locked in, ready to play, and we went out there, did our job, and we got to a hot start, I would say, and just kept our foot on the gas. It was great. I feel like we had great ball movement throughout the whole entire first half, and guys were knocking down 3 balls, making layups, and it was just beautiful basketball.
I mean, it's nice. Obviously, it feels good to have a great shooting game like that, but just one game, like, it's all about getting into a rhythm, and I feel like there's been multiple times this year where I feel like I'm starting to get into a rhythm, and then I either get hurt or, like, last game I got sick or whatever. A couple games ago, I felt like I was starting to get it going. So just one game was fun, but we'll move on to the next one. There was definitely encouragement. I didn't know for sure why everyone was yelling, but I figured that was why. So yeah, I came off that one screen and just decided to fire, and it went in. So that was fun.
Meantime, the Memphis Grizzlies continue to own the Milwaukee Bucks. The Grizz beat the Bucks for a 7th straight time, 132-119. After trailing the entire third period, the Grizzlies answered back with a nasty 39-20 barrage to end the game. Memphis found its hero in Jaren Jackson Jr. as they were still without the injured Ja Morant. The All-Star big man put up a game-high 37 points, including 7 makes from beyond the arc. Santi Aldama chipped in 23 markers off the bench, while Scottie Pippen Jr. added 9 markers and 10 assists. The Grizz survived 30 points, 11 rebounds, and 7 dimes from Milwaukee's Giannis Antetokounmpo. The Bucks haven't won against the Grizz since January 19, 2022. Memphis now has 33 wins and 16 losses and are ahead of the Houston Rockets by half a game for the number 2 seed in the West. Milwaukee slides down to 5th in the East with 26 victories and 21 defeats. Pippen did the walk-off interview where he shared the Grizzlies' winning strategy.
It was a tight game throughout. Then all of a sudden, fourth quarter, you guys were able to extend yourselves from them. What happened in that fourth quarter that got you guys the win?
Just getting stops and running. We knew they didn't want to run with us, so me just going out there, making sure the team get involved and just pushing the pace. I think like it started on the defensive end, and we were able to get stops.
One thing Coach said early in that fourth quarter was we got to keep touching the paint. Touching the paint, scoring in the paint. How important is that painted area for you guys and your success?
Yeah, it's been huge for us. The games we get in the paint, we usually win. So everyone was attacking tonight, and the shots we missed, we were able to get in the paint and get rebounds and finish off that.
These last 2 games pretty similar in that you hung around, then you were able to take over and win the game late. What does it say about this team being able to win that way and being able to not crack under that sort of pressure?
I would just say staying composed. Shout out to the team. We're always composed. The coaches keep us prepared, so we're ready for moments like this.
And now you head home tomorrow against the San Antonio team. What do you need against that team tomorrow night?
Back to back, they're a little tough. Hopefully the energy doesn't drop, so just going out there trying to get the win and just competing at a high level.
Scotty, congratulations. Great game tonight. Great win.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Never underestimate the heart of a champion as the Boston Celtics tie the largest comeback win of the season. The C's fought back from 26 points down to beat the Philadelphia 76ers 118-110. The champs rallied in the third quarter to enter the payoff period behind by just 14 points. A 38-16 explosion in the payoff period then sealed the victory for the Celtics. Jason Tatum just went supernova to spark Boston's rally with 35 points, including 13 in the fourth period alone. JT also tallied 7 boards and 11 assists. Tyrese Maxey scored 34 points in a losing effort. The C's improved to 35 wins and 15 losses to hold on to the number 2 seed in the East. As for the Sixers, well, they are a couple of games outside the Eastern Conference play-in picture with 19 victories and 29 setbacks.
Cade Cunningham overcomes a rough shooting night to lead the Detroit Pistons past the retooling Chicago Bulls. Final score here, 127-119 in favor of Motor City. Cunningham shot 10 for 23 from the floor, but he still finished with 22 points and 15 assists. Cunningham and Simone Fontecchio combined for 16 markers in the decisive second quarter, where the Pistons blasted the Bulls 34-19. Kobe White tried to carry the Bulls with 22 points in a losing effort. The Pistons rise to 7th in the East with a 25-24 win-loss slate. The Bulls fall to 10th place with 21 victories and 29 setbacks.
Meantime, the Toronto Raptors are making noise right now as they get past the Los Angeles Clippers for their 8th win in 10 games. The Raps went on a well-balanced attack against the Clips en route to a 115-108 victory. Hometown hero R.J. Barrett leading the way with 20 points, 6 rebounds, and 7 assists. Every single Raptor who entered the game scored, with 7 reaching double figures. James Harden had 25 points for the Clips, but shot only 7 for 20 from the field. The Raptors now have a 16-33 win-loss slate to move closer to the play-in tournament in the East. As for the Clippers, well, they settled for 28 victories and 21 losses to stay 6th in the West, though they are just 1 game ahead of the Minnesota Timberwolves. Coming up here on the show, the Magnolia Hotshots complete the playoff cast for the PBA Commissioner's Cup, and we hear from members of the team as they look ahead to their upcoming matchup against the top-seeded Northport Batang Pier. That and more when Play-by-Play returns only here on One News.
Welcome back. You're watching Play-by-Play on One News. The Magnolia Hotshots will have plenty of momentum on their side heading into the quarterfinals of the PBA Commissioner's Cup. The Hotshots booked the 8th and final spot after knocking out the NLEX Road Warriors 112-81 in their do-or-die game yesterday. Ricardo Ratliff went off for 32 points, 18 rebounds, and 2 blocks. He also limited best import leader Mike Watkins to a measly 10 points. Zave Lucero added 14 markers, while Ian Sangalang and Rome De La Rosa each had 13. Magnolia's victory completes the team's turnaround in the preliminaries after they went 3-6 and were in danger of missing the playoffs. Since sliding down to 10th in the standings, the Hotshots have won 4 straight do-or-die games. Magnolia now has its sights set on Northport, which ended the eliminations at 9-3 to secure the top seed and the twice-to-beat advantage it comes with. The two teams face off on Thursday at the Ninoy Aquino Stadium. But as early as now, Victolero and Ratliff are confident of the team's chances.
We deserve to be in the quarterfinals, but again, this is only the start. And we're very happy because nakuha pa namin yung last trip eh. I think that's the start of our our grinding to the preparations, and I think we just need to be more focused. I like our chances because right now we're playing well, both ends of the floor, and ang pinaka gusto ko lang is we're all healthy. We're all healthy, and this is only the time. I think this is the second or third game na we're fully healthy, lahat ng mga players ko. So that's why I'm very confident that although na nandito kami sa sitwasyon na do or die every time, but I'm very confident that we can battle every time, every game.
I know last time we played them, that was the first game after my injury. So I couldn't really give it my best effort, but this first round, and I'm 100%. So I definitely look forward to the rematch against him when I'm 100%. There was a lot of rumors going around that I would go home, but coach assured me that I was here for the whole season. So he trusts me, and I trust him. We had a lot of meetings during the breaks and stuff, especially when I was injured. He told me he's going to let me get some rest and let me know that I need to just, work a little extra with the trainer so I can get back to 100%. And, that's exactly what happened, and it paid off.
The stage is set for the PBA Commissioner's Cup playoffs. Here is a look at the matchups. Again, the Northport Batang pair are the top seed and hold a twice-to-beat advantage over the 8th-seeded Magnolia Hotshots. On the other side, the second-seeded TNT Tropang Giga also have a twice-to-beat edge over 7th-seeded guest team Eastern. In the best-of-3 series matchups, the 3rd-seeded Converge Fiber Xers will face the 6th-seeded Rain or Shine Elasto Painters. The 4th-seeded Barangay Ginebra San Miguel will take on their playoff rivals, the 5th-seeded Meralco Bolts. The winners of each series will advance to the best-of-7 semifinals. The PBA Commissioner's Cup quarterfinals will tip off on Wednesday at the Smart Araneta Coliseum. You can also catch all the playoff action live on PBA Rush, RPTV, and the Pilipinas Live app. Moving on to volleyball, we are in for some action-packed games in the PVL All-Filipino Conference tomorrow at the PhilSports Arena in Pasig City. First up, the Farm Fresh Foxies take on the PLDT High-Speed Hitters in what promises to be an intense match at 4 p.m. Both teams have been re-energized by the return of their star players. Jolina De La Cruz has settled in with the Foxies, while Kiana D made an emotional comeback for the high-speed hitters. Then for the main event, the Petrogas Angels look to extend their winning streak as they face the surging Zeus Coffee Thunderbells at 6:30 p.m.
Okay, I know we've been talking about the Luka Doncic to the Lakers, for AD going to the Mavs. So we have an all-NBA lineup in tonight's highlight reel. Let's start with the Raps versus the Clips. Here it is. Zubac gets the ball. Here's Derrick Jones Jr. going coast to coast. Woo! All the way for the slam. And that man can still jump. He still has the hops. Take a look at that. Blowing by the defender and going all the way for that rack attack, just freezing Emmanuel quickly there at the free throw line. Jones tallied 8 points, 3 rebounds, 2 blocks, but the Clips lose to the Raptors here 115-108. On to the next play. This time the Sixers and the Celtics in Philly. Pick and roll, Reggie Jackson, bounce pass, Gershon Yabusele. Woo! Acting like Tarzan there after that dunk. What are you doing, Derek White? Challenging Yabusele, the French tank. We know he can slam. Remember the dunk on LeBron in the Olympics and a couple of plays in the NBA highlights as well. This time here, rocking the crowd. And at this point, they were still up though by 22 with a minute 30 left in the third. But the Celtics, as mentioned earlier, came back, rallied from 26 points down. Meanwhile, in a losing effort, Yabusele finished with 21 points and 6 boards. Okay. Same game, different play. I talked about being down by 26. Here's Tatum. Down 2. Step back. 3. On Yabusele. Then launches that one. Knocks down the 3. Gives the Celtics a 1-point lead. That is the man right there. Jason Tatum with less than 7 to go in the fourth. Giving Boston that 1-point lead. And after trailing by 26, Tatum scoring 35. Including 13 in that fourth quarter alone. He also had 7 boards, 11 dimes. Seas win 118-110 as they complete the largest comeback of the season, tying the Clippers, who beat the Spurs back in November. Okay, on to the next one. Bucks against the Grizzlies. Giannis feeling it against Aldama, attacking. No, 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 says G.G. Jackson. Look at that young dog blocking the former MVP. Giannis Antetokounmpo, no fear whatsoever, meet you up top, denying that slam and being posterized by the Greek Freak. That's Jackson's only 1 block of the game, though. He had 5 points, 8 boards. Grizz beat the Bucks at Milwaukee 132-119. And lastly, Cavs-Mavs. Okay, here it is. What a ball movement. That's why they're #1 team in the league. Woo! Let's start off with that play again. We will get to rewind that. It all started with Max Strus to Mitchell, then Donovan to Garland, then inside, up and under. What a move by Jarrett Allen. That's why Cleveland is indeed the top right now in the standings in the league because of that ball movement all season long. Allen had 14 points, 9 boards, 2 blocks, and the Cavs blow out the Mavs 144-101. Of course, post-Luka Doncic era for Dallas.
I just want to know, does it not hurt when you pound your chest? I don't know,
Tingnan nga natin.
Nanggigil eh.
Masakit.
Alright. Before we go to Icons, two teams, one unforgettable night in women's college basketball. Two of the greatest to ever wear number 22 were honored earlier today. In South Carolina, Asia Wilson's number 22 was officially retired in an emotional ceremony at Colonial Life Arena. The three-time WNBA MVP fought back tears as her legacy was immortalized before the Gamecocks defeated Auburn 83-66. Wilson was South Carolina's first National Player of the Year, a 3-time Southeastern Conference Player of the Year, and a 4-time All-American. She went on to become the first overall pick in the 2018 WNBA draft and won 2 WNBA titles and 2 Olympic gold medals with Team USA. And just hours later, another number 22 went into the rafters, this time in Iowa City. Caitlin Clark's legendary career with the Hawkeyes was cemented as her jersey was retired following Iowa's 76-69 upset win over Southern California. A 4-time All-American, 2024 WNBA Rookie of the Year, and the NCAA's all-time leading scorer. Clark, now with the Indiana Fever, stood at center court alongside her family as her number 22 was raised into Hawkeyes history. A huge congratulations to Asia and Caitlin. You love to see it.
Yes, of course. And, 22 is also a special number for me kasi diba birthday ko. So, mga 22 talaga magagaling. Pero sila lang yung ino-honor eh. Yung jersey ko wala, matagal pa.
So, na-trade si Luka.
No, it's also nice to see. Di ko lang nakita mo, but Bam Adebayo was also present in Asia Wilson's jersey. Humabol pa si Bam. After that game winner, he flew. Yep. He went to attend, of course, his girlfriend's jersey retirement ceremony.
All right.
Well, gusto mo pa balikan yung Luka AD?
Okay na.
No, but you, are you more for the... You think who won in that trade? Lakers, Mavs?
It's hard to, honestly, because it's such a shocking trade that no one ever saw coming.
Yep,
because obviously, everyone thought that Luka would be a lifer as well. Like Dirk. But we have no time left to talk about this.
At least you're back now. Welcome back.
Thank you.
That's all from us tonight. Catch us again tomorrow at 9 p.m. for a play-by-play of today's top sports stories.
Play-by-play is on One News, that's Signal TV, Channel 8 on SD, and Channel 250 on HD. We are also available on Signal Play and Pilipinas Live.
I'm Andre Felix.
And I'm Cheska Calao. Thank you for watching. Happy Monday.